everyone, welcome. I'm Trish and you're at Trish's Creative Treasures. Today we're going to discuss what's in my bag. Remember the big bag I told you about that's been in my closet of stuff I need to finish or frog or, well, you see this? That sucker's full. So, there's some yarn in here that is got to be rolled up into balls that's like scrap yarn or whatever. There's new yarn in here. It's just, this bag is a mess. And once we get down the bottom, I don't even know what I'm going to find. There could be like non-yarny things in here. Who knows? It's been sitting in my closet for months, so I'm not sure. So let's go through this, you and I. Let's have fun. All right, let's get started. Well, first thing I grab, this is some scraps of Premier Basics purple. So that's gonna go on scrap yarn pile. Oh, same with this. This probably is a full skein, but it's all messy, so I'm gonna cake it up. I have to get my yarn winder and cake this up. I think I'll probably cake them all up instead of rolling them up. It'll be easier. Now this is definitely a keeper. This is a bag that I made. Okay, it's wide, it's deep. But the reason why I have this, and I haven't put the straps on yet, because I'm going to put a strap on each side. In the summertime, we go to a lot of festivals. Like this year we went to a pepper festival, a chili festival. We went to the cannabis festival. What else did we go? I don't know. We went to them. And it's just vendors and things you can try and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, yeah, the cannabis festival, you got free everything. If you left there, like, you had to have a designated driver to go to that thing. Let's just put it that way. Which was Jim. But I made this. It's really thick. It's sturdy. And I got this to put on the back of my wheelchair, so instead of him having to worry about a backpack and putting our things that we buy in a backpack, we have a bag here, like a market bag, but it will hold the heavier stuff to put on the back of my wheelchair. So this, I just got to make straps for yet. What was I waiting for? You know, make the bag, throw it to the side. I don't know, but I love it. It's pretty cool. Mix two yarns together with this black. And then this is the, oh gosh, it's one from Hirschner's. It's really cheap and comes in pastels and it comes in this neon. I love the neon. So I got like 4 of each color. I got more of the neon. I probably got like 6 of those left. This, I don't know. This I can't frog because of the kind of yarn it is. This is yarn from Hobby Lobby. I have one more, so I probably will add one more onto this. This is a shawl pattern from Fiber Spider. So I will probably finish this just because it's a lightweight shawl, which is great for the spring and summer and fall. And it's pretty, and I'm a chevron liker. I love anything, you know, that has angles, you know, instead of just a blunt straight line. I like angles. So that's a keeper. What is this? Okay, this is a blanket I was making. So it looks like I can either keep it this size or I could add another mandala to it. I don't even remember what this one's called, but I know I have a couple of this color yet of mandala, so I might just add on another ball and just let it get bigger. I'm not going to freaking scrap it because that can be done, you know, for the most part. I got to dig in here, guys. Alrighties. So, this I'm going to have to redo or put something underneath of it. I was making this for my niece, but it was too big and it fits Raven. The only problem is I put the eyelets in. So, where this row of eyelets fall is where Raven's nipples sit. So we don't want her nips hanging out. So I have to do something in that area to cover it up, or she's just gonna have to wear like a sports bra or something underneath it. But yeah, this, I gotta put the straps on the back part yet to tie it together, because this comes together at the top and this ties behind the neck here. And no pattern, just made a shirt. That's a lightweight, oh, where did I get that yarn from? Hobby, whatever you call it. That's what this yarn, let me see if I can get it, reach it now. No, I threw it too far over on my bed. The rainbow one that I just said I have to roll up, yeah, that's that yarn. I have a lot of squares in here, guys. Well, here's some scarfy yarn with a sticker stuck to it. Trash. So this is brand new. That goes over on a yarn shelf. Same with this. This is Premier. This is their anti-pilling everyday bulky. These I found makes great slippers. They're soft and squishy, and yes, I make slippers with these. So that goes over to the pile to get put away. Same with this, brand new, anti-pilling everyday bulky. They had these on clearance last year, guys. I don't know if they sell these. I guess they do. I don't know, but these oh my god, I got them, so you had to buy the 3-pack, and they were like $3 per 3-pack. So I mean, I bought like 6 of each color that they had, because they only had maybe like 6 to 8 different colors on there. So I've gone through them with slippers and stuff and given them out. But that's that. Oh, here's another new thing of scarfy. So I bought this to make myself a cardigan. I have a bunch more over there, and I had it almost done. Thankfully, I bought a ton of this when it was on sale. Had to be Hirschner's that I got it from. But it was on sale, so I bought a whole bunch of it because I didn't know how much I was going to need. So I had the back panel done, and I had started a little bit on the front panels, and then I sat it over there, not on my craft table, but on the table that my printer and stuff is on. Here, mice nested in it and chewed it up. I was so mad, because this stuff, I mean, yes, I got it on sale, but still, this stuff is not cheap, and I love this stuff. Scarfy is just, it's warm, it's soft, it's got that little bit of wool in it. So yeah, I'm not going to make myself any more wearables, because like I've said before, my gastric bypass surgery is scheduled for March 2nd, so there's no sense in making myself anything to wear right now, because it's not going to fit me, which is okay with me, because I have it's out there in Draken's room, which is a mess, because Tiana's moving out this weekend, so she has so much crap thrown in his room to go out to the dumpster. And it's just like, I look out there and I just see a mess. I'm not even going to show you because it's embarrassing, but I can look right there, you know, because right here's the door, right out that way, and it's awful. So now that she's moving out, Draken, he's upstairs cleaning the mess that she left, because he's excited to move his stuff upstairs so he can have his own room that has privacy to it. He's not thrilled that the walls are pink right now, and I told him he has to wait, because Mama can't afford to buy yarn right now. Mama don't even have $1 to her name. Mama has no income. Especially, I was living off the child tax credit, you know, after my unemployment cut out. I can't work, I can't nothing. In the process of filing for disability, but that takes forever. So I get what Jim helps me out, and my sister helps me out. That's how I'm keeping afloat right now. My sister's been helping me pay my bills. Jim helps me get like the stuff we need for at the house, because he has his own bills to pay, so he can't afford to pay my bills. He's gonna pay the trash bill, because I can't afford to pay the trash bill, and he's been using my trash for a long time. But anyways, this here, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't even know where the ball is. This is one of the cookie yarns from Hobie. And I started this, and honestly, I don't even know what happened to the ball. It might have gotten chucked. It might have. I'd be really upset with myself if it got chucked. I don't know. It's this is how long stuff's been in here, guys, that there's certain things that I just don't. I remember starting this, and then I remember saying that, you know, I wasn't following a pattern. I was just doing whatever stitches, and yeah, I should have finished it, but no. This is what I do. I have starteritis. I'm in the middle of something and I see something on YouTube or I see a picture of something and I'm like, ooh. So this gets tossed to the side so I can start something new. So then the new thing that I'm working eventually gets tossed to the side so I can start something new because I see too many things that are too fun to do. So, oh, and here we have a full ball. Let's just pull it out. Oh, I think I might have used it a little bit. But I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby. What is this? The coral color. Yep, coral. I bought a whole bunch of this stuff last year because I was making like tube crop tops for everybody last year. Like Jim's sister Crystal, I made her one. Her daughter Alexis that just passed away. Yeah, it's sad. Alexis was 20 years old and she had such severe asthma that she had the asthma attack that killed her and she wasn't home and she was with friends. Well, her friends all stood her, they all thought she was faking it, and then when they realized she was dead, they all just ran. Like, no one called 911. No, it's, yeah, that's still a big mess in the making. But I had made her one, and then I made her other daughter Jasmine one. I didn't make myself one because not at this chunky size. But maybe this summer I can make myself one. We'll see. But yeah, I bought a whole bunch of that to make tops. What is this? Oh, okay. This is a shawl that I was making. I started making this in the spring last year for when it's got cat hair on it. I'm picking it off. And fuzzies. Like, I don't know where these fuzzies came from unless it's something in the bag that created fuzzies. Oh, anyways, all this has got to get washed because it's like dusty and my closet stinks. Like, there's always a musky smell in my closet, so everything has this awful musky smell. So I gotta wash everything. My yarn, I'll make a project with it because that's not gonna go like directly on the shelves with my yarn. It'll go on the shelves on the wall over there that don't have nothing on. So that way when I make something with those, then I know I have to wash it right away. So, which most stuff I do. But this is Red Hearts color schemes. So I started adding the second color on here. So I was going to mix it on. So I do have that yarn ball and I know exactly where it is. So I will probably add that on so that way this season I will have a really warm shawl. Because I put a blanket around me here, but then my back's always cold. So figured make a shawl and keep my back nice and warm. So yes, this is nice. Like, it's that nice thicker, it's a size 4, but I love this. It's the Colorscapes, I think it's called. And it's hard to find now, I think. Because, especially on Hirschner's, because it's a lot cheaper to buy certain things on Hirschner's than it is to actually go onto, like, the website. So, I'm trying to see if I can find whole scheme projects. Here is a ball of yarn. Over to the yarn pile. Up. Another ball of yarn. Yarn pile. I told you I have no idea what's in this bag. And another bag of the anti-pilling bulky. Yarn pile. Maybe I have more yarn than I have. Oh, see? Daytime Theraflu. Not even open. Brand new. Well, that's going to go over here. Because I have this rack here. This thing. That I keep some of my clothes. Just like the stuff that's really easy on hand. Just that I can't walk, you know, you know, my issues. So to get out of bed, I can't walk into my closet and just stand there and look for clothes. Doesn't happen. So yes, I have clothing that I get out of my closet, the nicer stuff. But my everyday, like t-shirts, sweatshirts, sweatpants, socks, underwear, you know, just what I wear on a regular basis just stays in these, because that way I could say to Jim, get this, 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 and that, you know, and then he helps me get dressed, and voila, there we are. Whew. Oh, here is a ball of mandala gnome or cake. So that's yarn pile. This here, I will definitely finish. Just need to add on another ball if I can get this the right way. This is the hipster cotton that I started making one of Crystal's mesh, Crystal from Bag O' Day, a mesh poncho. It's a 4-point poncho, so yep, definitely gonna finish this because it's pretty. Oh, there's my head wrap. This is one of my fancier head wraps that's bigger, you know, that I wear in the summer, and this holds down. So I've been looking for this because I wanted to wear it with an outfit the other week when we went, I don't know, probably went somewhere to get something to eat or something, and I couldn't find this. I'm like, what the heck happened to that? Because yeah, we went to like this one hippie shop that's at the mall. Oh, gorgeous. Because that's me. I am very much like a naturalist. I don't know if you've ever looked on like the website called Nature's Life or Life. I would have to look it up. But they have the most gorgeous, like bohemian type clothing. That's me. That's my personality. You know, the tie-dyes or the greens, or, you know, like just the vivid life-like stuff. So that will be nice because you can't buy stuff like that at this size. Plus, I wouldn't wear it because it would show my chub. And I'm very like, I like my shirts to be long, so that way you don't see my chub hanging, you know. Like, I know it's there and you can tell that it's there, but I still like to try as best as I can to hide it. I know there's some people out there that just don't care and they just let their crap flaunt, but I can't do that. Hold on one second, guys. I forgot to bring my drink. See? These are my best friend. Heck, when there's stuff to pick up, everybody's lazy. Oh, and there goes my cane, and there goes my grabbers. Oops. Everybody wants to use my grabbers because I got grabbers downstairs. I have grabbers outside in my greenhouse. I have grabbers in my room. I got grabbers everywhere because, yeah, I can't bend down, so I can do something somehow on my own. I have the grabbers. And what am I drinking, might you ask? I live on these things. As I know through the bariatric unit, they consider these water. There's no sugar. I mean, it does have the fake sweetener in it, but I get these all the time. They have the diet green tea citrus. They have the diet green tea wild berry. And then they have a zero peach, which is with the black tea. So I don't drink the peach as much because to prepare for surgery, I've had to, one, I had to give up nicotine, which really sucked. I quit smoking cigarettes years ago, but I have been a vapor. Some people are against vaping, some people are not. I know for myself how when I smoked cigarettes, yes, I was heavy. I was never this heavy. I was like half my size. I was chunky, but I was active and I could go for walks, and I could tell like huffing because you're out of breath because you're out of shape. But when I would huff, I would wheeze and I couldn't catch my breath and I couldn't take deep enough breaths and stuff. So when I quit smoking and I started vaping, it was like, what a difference. Like, I can take deep breaths, I can breathe, you know. So I still vape, just with 0 milligrams of nicotine. So, and I don't actually, I've given it up a lot. Like, I used to live with my mod all the time vaping, and now it's just a little bit here and there during the day. I can go almost like a whole day some days without thinking about it, and I don't use it. So, which is good because I can't use it after surgery. something about smoking, vaping, the inhaling, that it goes to your stomach, and I don't know. Nicotine keeps you from healing, so that's why you have to give nicotine. And they do, before you go in for your surgery, you have to do a urine test, because if you have nicotine in your system, I can have, now, as I told you before, I use the medical marijuana. I do. So, I have my card. I can have marijuana in my system. And that's okay. But I can't have any nicotine. But I guess nicotine, they say, causes ulcers, and I can't afford, with having like a really tiny pouch for a stomach, you can't afford to get the ulcers. So I gave it up. It wasn't hard. Like, I just switched down. I was already vaping at 6 milligram nicotine from 48 milligrams. I was down to 6. So, you know, for years I've been cutting back. So I cut back from 6 to 3, and then after 3 I just went cold turkey, because I could have went down to 2, and then I could have went down to 0, but after 3 I was just like, I just did it. But it was mentally up here, like, it didn't phase me one bit. Like, I think because I still had something that I could put hand to mouth, I never felt the, you know, it's in my mind. And I keep telling my son-in-law that. I'm like, look, you can get rid of that nicotine. I mean, your brain will automatically think you're getting what it wants. It's like, because you're still able to use that substance without the nicotine in it. And then once you get over that nicotine, like months later, it's just, you might vape here and there, but it's not a big deal. And I only do it because I just bought, before I found out, right before I started bariatrics, I bought my new mod, and it wasn't cheap. So I'm like, oh no, no, no. I at least got to use it till it doesn't work anymore, right? Yeah. Then after that, I probably won't have any more. Oh, okay. I'm going to stop rattling. Here is fuzzies all over this, so I have to pick the fuzzies off, because this has been sitting here. Like I said, I don't even know what's all in this bag, but this is going to get in the yarn pile. Oh, look, brand new. This is one of my favorite yarns from Ice Yarns. I love this color. I've been using this color for years. I make Josie stuff with this one all the time. But yeah, this is the Magic Light. I love it in the Magic Glitz, but you can they barely ever have the Magic Glitz in hardly any of the colors. It's like, once people found out about Magic Glitz, because it's sparkly, it's like, it's hardly ever in stock. So I at least like this color. And Mary Maxim, I think it's the Artist Pat one, has this exact same color in one of their, oh, I can't remember, but it is one of their kinds of yarn. It does carry this color too. So that was good to know when I found that one out, because if I can't buy it through Ice, I'll definitely go through Mary Maxim. Alright, so this here is a bulky yarn where we attach to that I can't get it out. Hold on, guys. I got like yarn barf or something going on. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna definitely frog this. Someone that calls Jim and I mom and dad, even though we're not mom and dad, had a baby. We love her to death, but she wasn't brought up very well, doesn't know the difference, and has issues. So sadly, her daughter went in the system. So I had started making this sweater for the baby. And when I found out the baby, which was just like a day or two after I started this, found out the baby was going in the system, I just automatically stopped. I'm like, I'm just going to frog this. So we're going to, over on the other side, we are going to frog. Oh, someone's cooking something. I smell like Draken must be making grilled cheese or something downstairs, because I smell grilled cheese. Although I smell things all the time food-wise, and Jim's like, you're nuts. And I'm like, I don't know. I just smell it. Maybe because I can't eat it, you know. Oh, here's yarn attached to something in here. I hate that when yarn gets attached and it's like yarn barfy. So yes, this is gonna get rolled up yarn. I'm sliding off my chair, guys. My feet are falling asleep. Here's yarn, sparkly. This is Hirschner's doesn't even sell this anymore. I had like 4 huge bags with like, I think there was like 12 of these per pack, and they were on clearance. They don't sell it anymore, so I had bought that. That's like probably one of my last ones of that. Nope. Some more bulky anti-pilling. Oh, I had already caked this one up with the ball winder, but this is another one of the Ice Yarns Magic Light in that pastel rainbow that I love. I do need a, when I get my income tax after I pay up on my bills and get caught ahead and everything, if I have anything left, I am doing a huge ice order just so I have it, because like my ice yarns are out in the room that's going to become my craft room. It's on my shelves, and I got maybe like 6-8 bags, not even that, I think, of ice yarns left. I used to have a bunch of them, but here's a brand new skein of Red Heart stripes. So, and I know why this is in there. I'll show you as soon as I get to it. Anti-pilling bulky. I don't know why I have a whole bunch of that in here. Oh, this is a brand new binder. I have a binder like that is overflowing with patterns that I've purchased and printed out. So this is my second one that I got for patterns, because I have a bunch on my phone that I need to print out, but I need to get printer ink first, which is like $65. So it's like, that's not on the top of my list of things that I need. Oh, there's trash. Yep. That's something that, like, I don't know, you know the binders that you get has like that sticker on the front of it? That was the sticker. Oh, yes, this I'm definitely finished. This I started for myself. I had looked and looked and looked online, and I looked on YouTube for maybe a pattern or a tutorial for a chevron poncho, and I couldn't find one. So I actually designed this myself, believe it or not. I was like, whoo, because when I thought, like, the math, I suck at math, and it's probably why I can't design, because you have to know your numbers. And math, I'm almost like dyslexic, because I will write numbers backwards, and I'm not good with math. So when I did this, I was like, I don't know how it's gonna work out, but it came out perfect. So yep, this is a Hobby Lobby yarn. So I have 3 more of these to put onto here. So I will have my chevron poncho. So yes, that is definitely on the list of things to finish. Oh, I hate this when I slide. Oh. I don't know why these Draken's birthday party, I made all his grab bags for his friends with, you know, I got these at the Dollar Tree. I think I got like 100 of them for $1. They're floating around in my bag here. Oh, here is another ice yarn. This is the Magic Light as well. It never tells you what color it is, but it's, oh, you see it with my fuzzies on it. It's got like reds, purples, grays, burgundy. So I only got one of these. I had a bunch, but I had a couple years ago, I got commissioned to make a poncho out of this for a friend of mine. So that's why I only got one left, because I used all the other ones. So here's another anti-pilling. I got a lot of those in here. Oh, this is very fine, thin yarn, but it's gorgeous. I gotta make a beautiful lightweight shawl with these. I have this in this color and in a burgundy color. These went on clearance and discontinued, oh my god, quite a few years ago from Your Inspirations. So you had to buy a bag full. So there was so many of these skeins, and I couldn't tell you how many were in a bag, but I bought like 2 of each of this and the burgundy color because that's what's the 2 colors that I liked. So I don't think they have this anymore. It's Glam Patton's Glam Stripes. So, but this is it says it's a 3. There's no way this is a 3. This feels like a 1 to me. You know, like all my other ones, like this is like the same as Universe. It's exactly the same. I don't know why my thing is like buckling up. I'm like, woohoo, I got a cone head going on. Alright. Here is another one of these rainbow caked up yarn. I had bought a bunch of these. Because when I find those cute little rainbow ones, I get them while I can. Because I love the pastel rainbows. I like the bright rainbows too. Alright. This must be attached to something. Oh yes, it is. Started making a blanket with, just figured to use up these bulky ones. So, I think I'll finish this. Because I have a whole bunch. That's probably why I have all of the bulky. Because I don't have any more bulky on my shelf. So that's probably why it's in this bag, so they were all together, so I can make a blanket, so I can use up the stinking bulky one. Robitussin? Anybody need Robitussin? This is my bag. Why? I don't know. We're gonna put it over here with the medicine, because the bottom part of this has all this, the like medicines to reach. I don't have a medicine cabinet in my bathroom, and you know, I don't have anywhere to go with it, so we just keep it in the bottom bin here, so that way it's right there, I can grab and go. And this, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. Jim's daughter asked me to make her a cardigan for fall, with fall colors. So this is all Premier Basics, but the orange is Hobby Lobby. So, I don't know. I will probably, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I should just finish it, because I have to order more of this orange. I think I'm out of it. So, I don't know. This one is, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I have to think about it. So we're going to sit there. It's attached to something in here, I think. This is a huge Karen 1 pound. I am started doing squares with this, and then the raspberry color. So I was doing these because I was going to do, you know, the red and green, which is like the more country Christmassy colors. So my raspberry one, which I had everything sitting, and luckily this got saved, but stuff got spilled all over the raspberry one, so I threw it away. I have to get a new one because I have lots of the green ones made, but I don't have many of the red ones. And I don't even know if I can grab something to get my grabbers here. No, I cannot. They're on the floor, so I'm kind of stuck. So here is another anti-pilling bulky. Still got lots in here, guys. Oh, look, I found a lot more Halloween bags. I won't have to buy them. Draken's birthday is October 7th, but... Oops. What did I knock over? Oh, shit. Give me 1 second, guys.